Welcome to my cash community. I must tell you, trend line is something that every trader ought to know. And are you looking for so many ways to pieces or digest trend line? Okay, this video will actually help you on several ways you can look at trend line. This is actually a class we had sometime last week, so I decided to edit it for us to watch so that you can also learn. Go ahead and type in the comment section, ask your questions. If you want to join our community, you will definitely write on the comment section or check in the description box. You will see the group link or our community link for you to join us. Okay, make sure you click and subscribe to this channel so that when next we make videos, you'll be able to benefit from what we share here. Thank you. See you in the video.
Okay, I welcome you all to today's class. Trend line is a topic that every trader must get himself very familiar with. And the way trend line is structured, if you look at them on daily basis, you'll be getting clearer to you that there are other things you might not also be considering while trading. Trend line can be drawn in so many ways. There are so many ways to look at trend line, and as you play around the chart, it keeps getting clearer by the day. Okay, it keeps getting clearer by the day. I will share my screen. I kindly confirm that you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, so when it is time for question, I will make it open for everyone to ask questions. So trend line, you ask yourself, what's a trend line? Now, the number one thing you must factor in as a trader is to understand how the market moves. Market movement is very necessary. Just like a car, we all know that a car either will move front, backward, or it will be stationed. So that is to say that every vehicle moves in three directions. Okay? Front, backward, and stationary. So when you put your drive, the car will move forward. When you put your reverse, the car will go back. When you put your park, the car will be stationed at a place. So for forex trading, for the market is either going up, down, or it is ranging. Okay? When we say market is going up, it actually means that market is buying. When market is going up, it means it is buying. When market is going down, it actually means that market is selling. Okay? If market is not buying or selling, market will be ranging. This is what we call a ranging market. So for trend, we say either market is trending up or market is trending down. But if it's not trending, then market is ranging. It is necessary you understand this. When market is ranging like this, most strategies will fail except it is a front and back strategy or a strategy that dwells or do well on ranging the market. Okay, but oftentimes people prefer a trending market. It's easier for take profits to be hit. If the market is trending up or it is trending down, very necessary. So as a trader, there will be need for you to look at the market and analyze and say this market, oh, from what I can see, this market is going up or this market is going down. So if you factor that in, it will make it easier for you to do your analysis. Who is a trader? A trader is someone who looks at the chart, analyze the charts, and predict where market is going. Okay? You will look at the charts and say this market, you are either buying or you are selling. And one of the things you factor in is, they say when the market is trending, it is always better. It is better that you join the trend. There's the general saying that says that the trend is your friend. So in a trending market that is buying, in a bullish trending market, it is expected that you look for opportunities to buy. So that's why they say it's good you know your trend, so you follow trend. Just like the river or water, you swimming against the tide or against the wave, you know you will definitely struggle. But if you are swimming in the direction of the tide, or the wave, definitely it will know that it will be very easy for you to be floating. Okay, so here the aim of this class is to actually explain the factors or easy ways you can draw your trend line. Okay, now we'll be looking at a bullish trend, or we call it uptrend, or we have downtrend. So let's look at the bullish trend first. A bullish trend is when market is going up. So what are the factors? What are the things you consider before you can say this market, oh, it's looking like it is a bullish market? Now, see the way market moves. So if market moves this way, so there will be need for you to look at. If you look at it with your naked eyes, you can see that it looks like the market is going up. Okay, but there are factors, there are things you must consider. Those things you must consider, you must look at. If you are, at least if you are in our support and resistance class, you would also agree with me that we learned a reversal point. So all these points here are reversal points. In case you are not in class, you can check anywhere in our, either in our YouTube, the videos in our YouTube page to watch on support and resistance. So these points that market changes direction, they are called reversal points. Okay, now my aim and objective is to actually explain this trend line in a way that even a layman will find it very easy to understand. Okay, making it very easy for a layman to understand, you must look at this. You must look at that for every bullish trend, you consider that you have a lower low and a lower high. I will explain this lower low and lower high. For every bullish trend, you will have a lower low and a lower high. Now, let's say market moves like this. Okay. Now, the reversal point that is at the lowest, let's look at this reversal point. Let's say this is the level 1, level 2, level 3. If you look at this level, level 1 is the lowest point of this reversal point. So we call it the lower low. Okay. Next to it is called the lower high. The next one is another lower high. Okay. Now, this makes it easier. If you can identify your lower low and your lower high, okay, you can, what you would do is that you go and get, there's what we call a trend line. I will show you how to get a trend line. It's just for you to connect this point, connect point 1 to point 2 to point 3. So it's easier when you identify your lower low and your lower high on when market is trending. If you can identify them, it's easier for you to plot your trend line, because the line actually helps to give you a guide for you to know that this market is actually going up. So all your analysis will be towards the bullish direction, except you want to trade a reversal pattern. So over here we have this point low here, another one here, another one here. If we look at the level, we have level 1, we have level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so with this we have this level 1 is actually the lowest low of this reversal point, so we call it lower low. After the lower low, the next you find is lower high, then others are lower high, others are lower high. Now, after identify this lower low and lower high, you can go and get your trend line, then connect them together. So you must make sure that this line, this trend line you are drawing must touch at least minimum of 2 reversal points. 1, 2. If it touches 3, fine. It touches this one, fine. Okay? So just make sure with this, you are putting a guide so that if this market drops here, it's likely going to bounce here and go up. That's the work of a trend line when you draw it. It gives you a guide on where price will likely touch before going up. You can actually get your trend line by clicking the middle of your screen. You click the middle of your screen, you see where you have the cycle, triangle, and a square. Okay, just click it. Then click the plus sign. Then you will see a trend line. This is where you pick it. This is where you have your object. So just pick your trend line. Then anywhere you touch on the screen, it will follow you. Let me remove all these horizontal lines. Anywhere you touch on the screen, it will follow you. Just touch, drag it. It will follow you. Okay? That's for a bullish direction. So let's try to identify a bullish trend on the market. So I just want us to use, let's use from here to here. Let's use from here to here. So let me zoom out a little. So if you look at this market, you will agree with me that we have a low here, another one here, another reversal point here, another reversal point, another reversal point here. So if we look at this reversal point, this is actually the lower low. The next one is the lower high. This one's lower high, lower high. They are all lower high. So let's get a trend line and connect them. Okay, let's get a trend line. Then the trend line. We'll pick from the lower low. Okay, from what we have here, you can see that we're able to catch this lower low and another lower high here. The reason why we couldn't get these ones, if we try to make this trend line to top, the trend line will cross, it will go against, or it will cross a candle. When drawing your trend line should not cross over a candle. Your trend line should not cross over a candle. So we see that this market is bullish. That's what we are saying here. It is bullish trend. So with this trend line, when market is coming towards here, you can buy. So you can see from here, market came here, went up. Next time it came closer to this place, it bought. Next time it came here also, it also bought. So trend line gives you a guide in a situation where you want to follow the trend. If market is trending up, it's easier for you to do analysis that would suggest that market will buy, and you can conveniently buy. Okay, so it is necessary you know how to easily draw your trend. Yeah, I wouldn't want to bore you with higher high and higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, I wouldn't want to use that, so it won't be confusing. That's why I'm paying more attention now. But let me also tell you this so that you take note of this. For a bullish trend, your line should be under the charts, under the candlesticks. For a bullish trend, don't make the mistake of putting, for a bullish trend, you put your line towards this up, except you are drawing a channel. But for now, what we are trying to identify is just a trend line. Okay, so this is a bullish trend line. This is a bullish trend line. So make sure you take note of your lower low and your lower high. If you can identify your lower low and your lower high, just get a trend line, pass it across those reversal points, pass it across them, pass it across them. So you can easily have that your trend line, knowing that when next price is coming towards this trend, there's a possibility that price will hit this trend line and go up. If you were in our candlestick class, also check, I think it's in our channel, check somewhere around the channel, you watch, you see the candlestick video. You see the candlestick video. So situation of trend, if you see a bullish candle, a bullish candle that signifies a bullish direction towards this trend line, market will always go up. Market will always go up. So it is necessary you take note of that. Okay. So let's face a bearish trend. Let's look at the bearish trend, how it looks like. Okay. Now, as a trader, knowing your bullish direction is also necessary. You also know how to identify your bearish direction. Just like we have the lower low and lower high for the bullish trend, for bearish trend, we'll have higher high and higher low. Now, like we said, that during bullish trend, market doesn't go straight up. In bearish trend, this is how market moves. It doesn't just drop. It gives this graph kind of, this snake-like kind of movement. So if we are looking at this reversal point, this is a 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 reversal point. Okay, so those reversal points that are upward here, so we'll look at which of them is at the highest level. This seems to be higher. So let's say this one is level 1. So this level 1 is called the higher high. Identify it as a higher high. Next one is higher low. Okay, it is higher, but it is lower than the first level. Then the third one is also a higher low. It is higher than this one, but lower than the next one. So others are higher low, higher low, higher low. These two are all higher lows. So after you have identified your higher high and your higher low, you can get your trend line and plot your trend. So with this, you know that whenever market is coming closer to this trend line, if it shows you a bearish sign, it will drop. If it shows you a bearish sign, the market will drop. So if you're able to identify your higher high and your higher low, the work becomes much easier for you to execute. Very much easier for you to execute. So like identifying this reversal point is key, and also knowing, identify them when you have your higher high and your higher lows. Okay, I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear me, raise your hands up. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. You can hear me. You can hear me. Okay, so let's proceed. So let's look at the chart and see if we can plot a bearish trend when market is trending towards the down direction. Okay, let's look at the chart. I would want to pay attention to, okay, let's use here. Let's use here. Now, when you look at this chart, let's first of all identify these reversal points. This is a reversal point up here, up here, up here, up here. So this reversal point, if we look at them based on level, This is the one that is the highest in level, right? Next to it is another one, another one here. So this first one that is highest in level, call it higher high. Next to it, we call it higher low. Others, you can call them higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, H low, H low. So after identifying the higher lows, you can go take your trend line, place it across all of them. But you must make sure that your line does not cross a candle. So let's go get a trend line. Let's place our trend line. So you can see we have a reversal point here. So these are the two. So for every trend line, your trend line must touch a minimum of 2 reversal points, minimum. It can touch 2, it can touch 3, it can touch 4, it can touch 5, it can touch as many as possible. Why we did not use here is that if we try to make it to touch these two, it will go across this particular candle, which I think is not necessary, because as it stands now, this is what we can see. We can see this whole place in the market. It would have been different if we are not seeing from here. Yes, if we are not seeing from here, we would have paid more attention to these guys here. But for the fact that we are seeing up to this direction, we would not want this trend line to go on top of it. We don't want this trend line to go on top of this guy. So, but make sure that your trend line touches at least 2 to 2 reverse, two, minimum of 2 or more reversal points. We have one here. We have another one here that is touching. Price did not touch this one because it seems lower. Price did not touch it. So it's easier. Never allow your trend line to go on top a candlestick. Okay, so with this, you will know that when price comes toward this direction, that it will bounce down. When prices comes again, that is also going to come down. So the easiest thing that will make it very easy for you to identify if you can identify your bearish trend. Whenever you know the trend of the market, entering the market following the trend becomes easier. Okay, so for every trader, knowing the trend is a must. Okay, now that is the true direction of the market. So I believe it's easier for you to spot out this particular bearish trend. Now let me also show you when market is ranging. I've shown you the bullish trend, I've shown you the bearish trend. So let's look at when market is ranging. Like I said, when market is moving sideways, it means market is ranging. So market moves in 3 directions. Either it is going up, down, or it is ranging. So let's look at the ranging market. It means that price is within a particular price region and price has not been okay. Like if we look at the market, so let's say we are considering from here to here, price maintain this region. Price maintain this region. It's just at the same level. In this situation, you can't say this price is trending. This price is just at a particular region. It's until a breakout happened here that some markets that start falling. But before now, price was just towards here. It's neither going up nor down. You cannot see lower low here or lower high. You cannot see higher high here or higher low. So there is no lower low here. and lower high. There is no higher high and higher low too. So it's simple that this market is ranging. So in this kind of ranging market, you just allow it. You don't take trades. You just allow the trade to flow. Just allow the market until you see a trend line moving in a particular trend direction. Then you can take action. Okay. So with this, taking note of these three directions, it will be easier and much easier for you to look at the market and predict where market is going. Your analysis will become top notch. Okay. Now at this point, I think it is necessary for me to throw it open so that if you have any question, you can write. If you have any question, I think there will be need for you to ask. Just raise your hand up. I would give you audience to speak before we go into little analysis. Okay? In every class, after teaching, we try to do one or two analysis. Okay? Using what we have learned. We have learned trend line, so we'll try to use it to look at the market. So if you have any question to ask, kindly raise your hand. I will actually allow you to talk. Okay? The floor is open. Note that knowing trend line is not all you need to trade the market. Have that at the back of your mind. Just knowing trend line is not all you need to know how to talk. Okay? That's not all you need. But it is necessary you know your trend. It will also make your analysis more superb. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Bode, you can talk.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, so my question, am I being heard?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is about this trend line, right?
Just
On what?
just speak up,
I
please.
heard you. Okay, so I've heard you say before that trends are better picked on higher time frames. But I'm saying that you've been able to draw these trend lines on different time frames. So I want to ask which of the time frames are best to draw trend lines to um, that you can base a trading decision on, right? I don't know if my question is clear, sir.
I'm on this private verification and they do say so.
Please repeat your
This private
question,
verification,
please.
they say my name.
Time frames can somebody draw trend lines to base a trading decision on, right? For instance, I've seen you draw trend lines on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes, on 1 hour, right? So say I want to take a trade. Is it okay for me to draw a trend line on 1 minute? Make my analysis of that trend. Say I want to just trade the trend now. Make my analysis on 1 minute and trade on 1 minute. Because I've heard you say before that higher time frames help us to determine the trend for lower time frames, where the market is going, the lower time frame. That's, I just need a bit of clarification.
Okay, I get you clear. Yeah. After responding to your question, Uchechukwu, I will give you audience to talk. Okay. Now, what is the essence of higher time frame? Higher time frame gives you broader view of the market. You know, when like those of us that has that plays with dollar, like sometimes we buy dollar and keep and all that and all that. Now, if we look at what dollar has done since January, for those of us that are from Nigeria, if you look at what dollar has done from January till date, you can say that the dollar is on a bullish trend, right? That dollar has been buying since January. That doesn't mean that dollar bought today. So if I look at it from the yearly time frame, let's say from what dollar has been doing this year, it's been buying. So if I draw my trend line showing that the market is bullish on a yearly time frame, then I come to today, which is like daily chart, and I'm seeing a buy, and I draw my trend line, I'm seeing that dollar is buying. If I add to the fact that what my yearly chart is saying that dollar is buying, and I add it to what dollar is saying that dollar is also buying, I can easily buy. But I'm making my decision based on what I am seeing today. So higher time frame has more information than the lower time frame. Higher time frame is made up of, let's say if we are talking about 4 hours, inside 4 hours you see H1 candle, you see 30 minutes, you see 15 minutes, you see 5 minutes, you see 1 minute. So sometimes you see me do analysis on maybe let's say 15 minutes. Now there are two ways to look at the market. You can do a top bottom analysis, that's from top to down. If the top is saying that the market is bullish, that means whatever you are doing on the downside, you must follow a bullish pattern. You must follow the buy. If you see a sell opportunity, ignore it because you have more of the buyers in the market on a large scale. So sometimes I can also tell you that there are some strategies, whether the market is trending or not. It doesn't care about what happens in a higher time frame. It doesn't care. Analyze it on 1 hour. You see your entry on 1 hour, you can execute. But if you want to filter it more to give you more results, for you to be more on the winner's side, you can go to your higher time frames and look at the trend on the higher time frame. If you apply that your strategy respecting the higher time frame, your results will be more accurate. If it was giving you 70% accuracy when you are not looking at the higher time frame trend line, if you apply the higher time frame trend line, that strategy will give you up to 80% or 85% accuracy. Are you clear?
Very clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, Uchechukwu Okoliozo, you are free to talk.
Can you hear me? Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. About the trend line you were drawing, I noticed that
Yeah, I can
you
hear
were
you.
just drawing, when you were drawing the bullish trend line, you were just drawing it on one side. I think I've probably seen some trend lines being drawn, maybe up trend line drawn, and then you have something like a double line, like a support and a resistance. I don't know if it's just to just draw it on one side and then leave out the other side. Do you get my question?
I got your question. Is that all?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is that all?
Yes, that's the question.
Okay, so let me answer you. Okay, the topic for today is trend line. Okay, in a situation where you draw the up and the down, then we are no longer talking about the trend line. We are not talking about channel. You mean something like this. So when it is something like this, we are not talking about channel. So for now, the topic for today says trend line.
Okay.
Trend line and channel, they are similar. But tomorrow we'll be doing channel. Why we want to take out the trend lines first? Every newbie needs to understand trend line first, so that when we get to channel, channel also has their own rule. So it will also be easy for you to flow. Okay? You will count one before you count two. So trend line first, before we move to channel. So what you are talking about is channel and not a trend. It's not trend line topic. Okay.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Any other
Yes. Thank you
question,
very
please?
much.
You are welcome. Any other question, please? In the absence of any other question, let's do one simple analysis using a trend line. Let's look for a market and see if we can identify a trend. Let's look at this market and see where the market is going to. Let's delete all this. Let's see if we can get a trend line. So this is not giving me what I want. So let me also see if I will see something that looks. This market is more of a bullish, more of a bearish trend. This market is more of a bearish trend. Okay, a breakout here, retest will give me a sell. A breakout here, a retest will give me a sell. When we get to market structure, you will understand why I'm expecting a retest here, then a sell. So if you're observing this chart, when market breaks out here and a retest happens, you can sell. Let's check if we'll see another one that will be more clearer or that may have a current trade opportunity. So let's look at the market. This is V70, J75. The market seems to be going here. One of the things you must tell yourself when you look at the market and you can't spot market is trending or not, just allow it fly. From what we have here, looking like market is ranging. In a ranging situation, we wait for market to break out to the test, then we sell, or we wait for break test and we buy. If you look at this, the market is moving. So if I talk about a ranging market, this is just a clear example of a ranging market. So a breakout has to happen, retest and a sell, or a breakout up, retest and a buy. So you can pay attention to this 75 as well. This is what is likely going to happen. Okay, let me tell you where the buy will stop. The buy will stop here. That's where the buy will stop. If this market goes up, retest, that's where the take profit will be. The take profit will be here around 12, around 12720.54. That's where the take profit will be if it is buying. Okay, that's where it will be. So you use all this to, even looking at this, market was trending before it got to this place and started ranging. So market was trending before it changed, it decided to range. It's a ranging market now. Currently market is ranging. So we can't say this market is trending. Let's see if we can see another trending market. Most of the pairs I saw today they were ranging. No direction here yet. Okay, let me take out this. Okay. This market for now is on an upward direction. This is the current high that it needs to take out. This market is buying. Is on a bullish trend. Okay? It is on a bullish trend. So it's easier for you to spot out any buy opportunity here. If I put a buy here, this market, okay, let me look at the immediate, this is the immediate support resistance that was broken. This is the immediate. So you are most likely going to see a bullish candle. If you see a bullish candle around here, because this is more or less like a retest of this zone, the next place it will touch is here. Let me just screenshot it. By tomorrow I will show you. I will show you that price came here. Any question? I think that will be all. Do you have any question, please? If you have a question, raise your hand up. Okay, Mr. Peters, go ahead.
If after analyzing the market and we are to buy or either sell, how do we know where to put our TP?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, this TP question, every
Yeah.
strategy has an expected take profit and even stop loss. But generally speaking, I like taking my strategy on the next support or the next resistance. Okay? But every strategy has where over time, strategy is a pattern that someone has observed over time and says, whenever this happens, this is what is likely going to play out. So TP is subject to the strategy, but generally speaking, most times I like taking my profit on the next bus stop, at least. Especially if I'm aggressive. If I go aggressive on a trade, The next take profit will be the support or the resistance. If I am buying the immediate resistance, I will close at least 90% of my trade. Then before I can use follow the market down. If I am selling, every strategy has a pattern of stop loss and take profit. Okay, but generally speaking, my take profit is usually the next support. But that's why I don't play with support. I don't play with reversal points because I know that they can change the direction of market, but it is still subject to the strategy. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, did I answer your question, Mr. Victor, Mr. Peters?
Yes, yes. Very well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? So we'll call it a day. I don't know if anybody has the lot size of all the instruments. Please, if you have it, drop it in the group. I think some people want it. Okay? Some people want it so that they can know. Not when I call a trade, you will ask me, what do I use as lot size? For small accounts, maintain small lot size, please. Maintain the minimum lot size for all small accounts, please. Okay? That will be all for tonight. In the absence of any other class or any other question, I remain my humble self, Extra Cash.